What is up, my bearded bros? Maine-iac here with the last game pick of the season, the Super Bowl. Now, went against my will or my heart and last week, and it kinda fucked me over because obviously I went with the two home teams because of the record for the one seeds in the playoffs as of prior to that. The Cowboys were the only ones to miss the Super Bowl, I think, since like 2012, something like that. So I went against my gut and went with the statistics, but statistics gut rammed up the butt. Literally, the Rams and Patriots, two seeds, not dominated the one seeds, but beat the one seeds, both in overtime, which was also very interesting. So we have the Patriots versus the Rams, 11 and 5 versus 13 and 3, 86 overall on Madden versus 89 overall on Madden. This game should be very good. It's going to be very interesting to see how each weapon is deployed in this one. In a strictly non-analytical standpoint, I'm a huge Patriots fan, and I didn't think initially halfway through the season with all the wide receivers circling, with Gronk's health issues, stuff like that, I didn't think we'd make it this far, but no sacks on Tom Brady in the postseason so far. Run game has been doing dominant, showing Shell most rushing touchdowns in a single postseason by a rookie in only 2 games. He has 5. It's going to be a very good game. Rams, incredible team. C.J. Anderson, probably the best second-tier running back on a team right now. Well, I don't mean like right now as in between the two teams. I mean like in the league, he's playing like the second best running back, like tier 2, and what I mean is backup. Todd Gurley, C.J. Anderson, like I just said, dangerous combination. They're going to have to be limited if the Patriots want to win. If they can find holes through the tackles, through the edges. Personally, I think it'd be better for them to try to rush up the middle. But who knows? I don't know what Sean McVay is planning to do. My biggest concern for both teams, if I'm talking about the Rams, my biggest concern is the wide receiving core. You have Brandon Cooks and Robert Woods, but other than that, without Cooper Kupp, nothing on that team really scares me. Yeah, you have Higbee, who is a very capable tight end, and you have other weapons, but the Patriots DBs aren't aren't really bad either, and it's gonna require Goff to make perfect decisions. If he makes a, enough bad decisions, it's going to put him in a huge hole. And that's not something that run game can afford, because if you get even 2 scores behind the Patriots, that run game becomes less effective the bigger the hole gets. So Goff is going to need to keep him in the game. But the defense itself should be able to limit the Patriots, I would say, to below 30 points throughout the game. So there's going to be opportunities to win there. My biggest concern for the Patriots is the rush defense. It's not the offensive line with Aaron Donald coming into town or coming into Atlanta. That is a huge concern, but that's not the biggest concern to me. The biggest concern to me is the linebackers, Van Noy, Hightower, whoever you want to put there, and the running backs, whether it be in the passing game or the rushing game. That matchup is terrible to me just because the linebackers for the Patriots are slow. Gurley and Anderson, although they are bigger backs, they are still really fast. So you got to give them respect in the passing game and running game. Brandon Cooks, maybe some reverses, throw them in there, but that's the biggest concern for the Patriots and the Rams, being the rush defense of the Patriots and the passing offense of the Rams. One matchup I am absolutely looking forward to, and one matchup I have been looking forward to for a very, very long time, is not necessarily Aaron Donald versus the Patriots offensive line. That is critical, but it's going to be James Devlin. James Devlin blocking in the running game against the Patriots, because he's going to have to block different people. He's going to have to lay blocks on Aaron Donald from time to time, Dante Fowler from time to time, maybe some of the Rams linebackers from time to time. And if he can lay his blocks like he did against the Chiefs, Patriots should have a really good chance of winning this one. I'm not going to say that it's going to guarantee their victory. Another major matchup I like is the crossing routes for the Patriots against the Rams linebackers. Rams linebackers aren't that great. They're not terrible though. They're not that great, but they're not terrible. So if they can have some success, that's going to cause the Patriots to struggle. A couple matchups I like for the for the Rams in this one. Like I said, Todd Gurley, C.J. Anderson against the rush defense of the Patriots. I really do like that. Another one that I really like, if it plays out how I think it should play out is Marcus Peters against Chris Hogan. I think if you can eliminate Chris Hogan from the game and leave it down to just Edelman, Gronk in the short intermediate route and just leave Peters on Hogan, take whatever the deep ball is away, I think that's the key there. Probably putting Talib on Edelman is risky, where Edelman doesn't really go deep too much. So maybe you put Talib on a guy like Gronk, one of your best defenders on Gronk, because Talib is fierce, Talib is tenacious, he can do it. Talib is very capable. If he can cover Gronk, the Rams are in really good shape here. It's going to be an interesting battle, though. We did see what happened last year with Belichick inexplicably benching Malcolm Butler, their starting corner, in the Super Bowl. So everyone looks healthy, so I don't think anything like that is going to happen. I'm glad Zerline is healthy. It could come down to the kicking game, too. That is an aspect that is incredible. These are two of the best kickers in the league, most consistent kickers in the league. Zerline is a monster kicking in the dome. He could win this game on a 60-yard field goal if he needed to. Steven Gostkowski, he's pretty solid, but the further out he tends to struggle a little bit more, so advantage probably goes kicker here. I'm going to go Patriots. That's going to be my pick, not just because I'm a Patriots fan. I think experience is going to be a huge issue with this one. People like Robert Woods, Jared Goff, Whitworth, Donald, not necessarily Donald. I think Donald's going to overcome it. Whitworth too. I think some of the key players for the Rams being in the Super Bowl for the first time, especially with halftime being different, I think the experience is going to help the Patriots. Now, it didn't necessarily help them against the Eagles last year, but the Eagles did have enough veteran leadership that made it to the Super Bowl before, with Chris Long, LeGarrette Blount, and people like that, to at least help the team through. Yes, there's Brandon Cooks in this one, but other than that, there's not too many players there. Should be a very, very close one. I do think it's going to be very, very close. I think the final score is going to be either 28-24 or 31-28. I think it's going to be decided in the last 3 minutes of the game. It's going to be intense. Anyway, guys, thank you for watching. Let me know who you think is going to win in the comment section down below. See you in the next one. Peace.